Welcome to another episode of CrusaderCast. Today we are taking a look at Monarch, Heroes of a New Age. Its developers have built it the first troop combat MMORPG, a mix of RTS management and MMO progression. Unfortunately, I think they really pissed in the Kool-Aid, but we'll talk more about that later. Class selection here looks awesome. The animations and the textures in the game are generally great. There are 3 classes: Knights, Rangers, and Clerics. I decided to go with a female cleric in the beta. Here you get to pick your troop type. These are the guys that make up the squad you control in the game. I assume that each class of troop complements a different class you can choose for your character. They are pretty basic Western fantasy types: Wizard, Knight, Jouster, and Archer, although Jousters are pretty cool. Character creation is decent. Like all Korean MMOs, you get to pick your starter underwear and slowly clothe yourself as you level up. In Monarch, you actually get to choose what your full gear set will look like. I thought, well, that doesn't matter that much because I'm sure an RTS/MMO hybrid won't have a gear ladder, right? Which is okay if the gameplay makes up for it. Well, bear with me here. This cutscene is pretty cool and lays out early on that this is an RTS-based game with all the rushing troops and massive looking battles. It might be a bit misrepresentative though of the final product, as you soon will see. You can't go wrong with dragons in a cutscene though. Monarch wastes no time throwing you in the middle of a massive battle while teaching you how to control your squad and your own abilities. Your character's abilities are very straightforward to anyone that's played an MMO before. They are bound to 1 through 10, and your squad commands are Alt key plus 1 through 10. The system works pretty well. The magic animations in the game are great, and the troop animations aren't too bad either. Troop control is responsive. I did feel in control of my squad after I got the hang of the Alt plus click, or Alt plus a certain key. It's a little weird at first. It's kinda lame that the NPC troop mobs just stand there waiting for you, but that is the least of Monarch's problems, as you will see. The action picks up rapidly, and before I knew it, I was battling the Grim Reaper with huge flaming arrows. The first area is a blast to play, and a really unique experience for an MMO. It doesn't feel gimmicky, and I really thought this was going to be a great, and as they advertise it by the way, troop combat MMO. This cutscene interrupts the Reaper battle, seemingly right in the middle of it, which was very irritating, but the worst is yet to come. I'll skip the rest of the cutscene and go to the important part. What has just happened? Where are my clothes? Where are my joust people? Little did I know the developers were about to force me to suffer through hours and hours of super generic MMO running and questing. Painfully generic. Invisible walls everywhere. Demonic cape possession. And other horrid visual glitches in the game. Semi-nude lesbian armor smiths, which I guess is really not a bad thing. And of course Murlocs. Those inescapable, copyright-violating, in every swamp, in every freaking MMO, Murlocs. One positive thing I can say about Monarch, though, is that it doesn't objectify women, and there is no way for us as the players to do it either. Seriously though, what pisses me off the most about this game is how awesome the first half hour was, and then how utterly horrible the next few hours were. I seriously quit playing the game because there was no indication that I was going to be experiencing the troop combat gameplay anytime soon. That's BS. There is no reason to force anyone to grind through a terrible, generic MMO just to once again have access to what we were playing at the beginning of the game. Come on guys, put time into it, flesh out the system with the troops, and make a full game with that. If this video entertained you in the least, please share it and subscribe, and until next time, adios.